How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am currently still out in BC visiting with my family, and I've been talking about it for a while. I want to get the glacier out of here, my refrigerator, and thaw it out. It's got, you know, the two zones right now. One is refrigerant, one is freezer, and it's got a little bit of ice built up on the inside, which, you know, I guess that's just par for the course when you have a freezer, but damn, it's getting smaller and smaller in there. So we're gonna unplug it here. I got everything from the front moved, except for, of course, for my bottles of whiskey. Let's move those onto the bed where they belong. Kick this open. There we go. Should be a nice warm day today, but nothing crazy, so hopefully we can get thawed out rather quickly. First things first, though, we got to get it out of the tiny home on wheels, otherwise known as the good ship Lecky. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're new around here, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a VanlifePLUS episode. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, slowly. Oh, you know what? Work smarter, not harder. Let's move some stuff like the VTOMAN. Drop your phone. All right, now we're going to pull you off of the platform, put the fridge down in the middle of the van, and then pull you over here. Oh, very carefully remove refrigerator from your tiny home on wheels. Actually, I don't want right on the ground because I don't want a bunch of dirt and yuck to get on the bottom of this thing. Use one of the old drawers from Lucky 1.0. There we go. She is out. Now, let's rescue all of our goods, which honestly isn't a lot. We got some eggs. We got some feta cheese. Oh, we can hear a pirate princess somewhere in the distance. Got a root beer and some jam. Down up there. Juice boxes and butter. Look at this. That's almost like I planned this. These will have to go in the freezer inside so we don't lose them. And of course, we've got our Australian cooling pads on top of a bunch of sticks of poison. So let's take care of business. And I believe that is the drain. Pull that out, let this thing do its thing. Hopefully by the end of the day, she's gonna look a lot tidier in there. And actually we can help this whole process along. Clean this off as well. This thing just nests up here when you need it to. There you go. Pull the basket out and we'll give the fridge a nice cleaning as well. Let's put our plug up here by the water so we don't lose it, because knowing me, there's a very good chance of that happening. And yeah, you might notice I'm reorganizing the basement here at my parents' house slowly. And I found a whole bunch of my old stuff, and this was one of them. OG VanlifePLUS tank top. It's the only one that still fits my dumb ass. Okay, cheese, eggs, and popsicles into the house. Whoa, what's going on over here? What do you got beans coming out of your ears? Let's see it.
There's not too many.
Is that tasty?
And come down here and see that.
Oh yeah, show Daddy this.
What are you showing me?
See that?
What is that?
A snail.
A snail. It's like a slug. Snails have little shells. They're kind of like the van lifers of the yuck community, but that's a slug. Don't touch him, sweetie. Just let him live his best life.
But can I touch him?
But can I touch him? Welcome to 4 years old. No, don't touch him. Why? Just let him live, because you probably squish him. You don't know your own strength. You're kind of like the Hulk on a smaller scale.
I found one here, a little bean.
Well, pick it.
She's way ahead of you. Mom's tending to her garden. She finds it's more effective to be on this side of the garden box these days.
Yes.
I gotta put some eggs and cheese in the fridge. I'm thawing out my refrigerator.
Okay. Brooklyn, bring Grandma the basket.
Basket, okay.
Here's your basket of beans.
Let
Good
Grandma
girl.
Put them in here.
Nailed
Look,
it.
Daddy, do you have any of these?
No, I'm good. Unless you pickle it, I'm all set. Tell Daddy you should eat them. They're not wrong. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it. Into the house. And into the refrigerator. Eggs, feta, and popsicles. Then more beans. we are gonna have them coming out of our ears. All right, well, the fridge thaws. Welcome to the basement. I'm hoping to install these. No, not you. These. I don't know if we'll get to it all today, or if any of it today. It always depends on how the day shakes out. But this is what I discovered yesterday at the same time that I completely smashed up Lucky's TV. Hashtag sad day. Bill in Old Denver, he's on my Patreon. He already sent me a new one, you kind bugger you. Thank you very much. And yes, of course, the putty tat is just living in a lap of luxury down here in a nice cool basement, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Look at you. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to install some lights, and we're thawing out the freezer in Lucky. Is that exciting for you? I don't think you really give a shit, do you? Yes. All right. Good girl. All right, so for these, yes, I just found these in the last video. I got a big light bar. I'm thinking this on the bumper of Lucky, just so Lucky has some additional lighting. That will be more challenging. I will need a relay and a fuse and all that stuff. Whereas these two lights here, we already have spots for on the Irish Pirate Queen, plus the Jeep Wrangler comes with pre-wired and fused switches. We just gotta literally go positive to positive and negative to negative for those. This was all installed in my Tacoma way back in the day. I even had a rocker switch panel installed in the truck. Hello, this is very hard to do with one hand, obviously. Right, just one of those little Amazon dealies. LED light bar, rock lights, rear lights, or whatever you really want them to be. Maybe I can remember how to figure this out, and this is what we could install in Lucky if we really wanted to, because like I said, the Jeep has its own set of switches. But yeah, it was very nice to find this, because I was convinced I had lost it when we did the whole move mom and dad out to BC process a few years back. I had been looking for it. Every time I come out here, I just kind of made a point of like going through boxes and stuff, and nothing. It's one of those interesting things that I've noticed, you know, when you have your family home that you grew up in, and we were all in that home in Willow Park there back in Calgary. But the mom and dad made the decision to move here to BC and downsize considerably when it comes to the square footage of the home. There's a lot more stuff that doesn't have a place to be, but it's sentimental. So there's a lot of boxes and stuff down here, chock full of things that I'm trying my best to feng shui, right? The bath time with you in this light bar. Yes. Oh, you're a very cute kitty cat. Yes, you are. We also found your old food dishes. Those ones. So we got those a while back from a subscriber, and they actually got offloaded when I was rebuilding Lucky this past winter when I was house sitting for my parents out here. So I located them. I think I'll be bringing those back with me, and we'll leave the other ones here so I don't have to keep hauling food dishes in and out when we do come for a visit. All right, so what do we got here? Well, you know what? The jam should probably go in the fridge as well. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I thought this was a jar of my mom's strawberry jam. It is not. Away with thee. This other stuff doesn't matter. Brooklyn's juice boxes. I think this butter is, oh yeah, the butter's empty anyway. Feng shui. Well, I mean, you know what? I was going to smash cut and down this in one go. We'll save that for Brooklyn. She can have that a little bit later. Little treats here and there. Not the worst thing in the world. It ain't gonna kill you. Okay, so I gotta organize or go through all of this and see what we got, because that's not gonna attach to nothing. But this is what I'm thinking. If I can find the appropriate mounting brackets, figure a way to do it, we're just gonna, right there. Lucky's got a little nose light. That's definitely bottom priority because it's gonna be harder. Hi, sweetheart. I feel a pirate princess on my back. What are you doing? Hi.
Can you place me now?
You want to play for a little bit? All right, it's time for a play break. We'll be back in a little while. Bye-bye. Okay, well, we've reached an impasse with the lights. I mean, that's to be expected. I'm actually missing mounting bolts. Oh, I just had a wasp. This is how bad the wasps are. He was under my toe. Now he's dead AF. Get out of here. Beat you on my van. Gross. Hope I didn't get bit on my toe. Hashtag yuck. They're crazy stupid right now. But anyways, it was in this bin, right? So I'm missing the bolts that hold the little mounting brackets onto the Jeep's bracket. So gonna mean a trip into Silverton Building Supplies, which is just fine with me. We still got that gift card from Andrea that we can spend. I was having a thought here. I know that there's another thing I'm pretty sure that we have to release on this fridge, unless it is just, like, where does that drain go? You know what I mean? Does it just go straight out the bottom of the fridge? And whoops, whoop. All right, just get your poop in a grope fridge. If we tip this back, is there? Oh, there it is. Do I need to do something with that though? I don't know, I've never done this. Why are you on? Turn off, we turned you off. Go away. Bloody thing, it was a nice opening shot and everything. All right, finger the hole. Is it just gonna start coming out there? I can't tell. I know on the side here, there's a drain right here for the ice maker. Boop, see? And that'll drain the water out of here, which is probably a good idea. I should probably give this a cleaning as well. Spray it out with some vinegar, just let all this stuff dry. So that's working like a hot damn. But yeah, as for that freezer, I'll take a peek under there later. It just rolls right to the back corner there. I bet you if I lift up on the other side, get a little bit more water to run that way. There you go, bud. Drain, drain, drain. And we'll just leave this out in the sun and let nature do its thing to evaporate. So yeah, over here on Grace, this is my problem. Where is it? This is the bracket that the light attaches to. See, it's right in this little cradle, right? And then you bolt in from either side. This big bolt here, right? It's too big to go in the top. So I either swap my lights, bring the ambers up top and put these new white lights on the side, or I get shorter bolts from Silverton. You know what I mean? I think I have to do that anyway, because I think this is the only mounting bolt I have. So regardless, we're gonna need to make that trip. I've got 2 brackets and only 1 bolt, and the bolt is too big. Ooh, one quick little bike ride later. This isn't taking long at all. Look at that. Look at this. Snow in August, anyone? Get out of here, you. All right. This is doing its thing. Gonna hang out around the homestead here for a little while. Probably go to Silverton sooner rather than later. And I also have that fold-out table that I want to try to install here. But again, I've got that issue of Let's go grab it from Grace and see how it looks. Yeah, I kind of feel like I need to paint this thing, otherwise it's going to stand out a lot. Not that I'm trying to make it camouflage or anything, but very hard to do with one hand. There. My Lord. Right? But yeah, you do end up with this little bit of a gappy gap. We got some wood in the garage I could probably fill that gap with, but I'd want to weather seal the wood and probably cover the whole damn thing with silicone. This thing is not exactly super light. And the other problem is the hardware that came with it to mount it to the side of, well, whatever, the van in this case. It doesn't look very intense. So I might want to get some heavier, dutier self-tappers. Because my thought is to get it onto Lucky so that it stays properly is when I'm in Silverton, I'll find some sort of like, not silicone, but some sort of construction adhesive that's like really just at the be all end all. It's not going to come apart, and we'll bead the border of this thing, right? Obviously not where the hinges are or whatever, but along here, and then big heavy duty self tappers just so you've got 2 things holding it onto the side of Lucky. But yeah, I'm kind of the mind that we should probably paint this thing first, because I mean, well, it's probably aluminum too, eh? I was gonna say, maybe the sign could go right on it. You know what, I'm gonna unlock it and fold it down. I haven't actually seen it folded down yet. Okay, so in here I got the keys and the screws, and like, yeah, these, whoop, just dropped them all over the ground. Those are small screws. Like, I don't know if I'd trust those. I don't know if I have any left now that I've dropped them all over the ground. Just get it up here, it goes there, and boom. Oh, that's the other problem, man. It's not exactly flat on Lucky. Kind of has this angle, but it's cool. Brace that more. It's kind of silly, but could be kind of fun. Fun and functional, as well as silly. Well, we're adults, which means we can do whatever we want. And I'm already getting tired. Time for a little bit of a break to enjoy one of Polly's cookies. Down to the nitty gritty here. Creamy vanilla bean. I haven't had this one yet. There it is. Bon appetit. Oh, that is all sorts of soft. Polly, once again, nailed it. All right, so apparently the battery in my dad's Merc is tits up. Hello? They're right there. Always forget. Come on. Don't buy me a Mercury that cruises up and down. There she is. And I've got my old Noco battery charger. It is right over here. This is what was my main shore power charger in Lucky 1.0. I've got the Noco Genius 26,000 hooked up in Lucky right now. It's a bigger, beefier charger that they don't make anymore. Sad day. This guy, though, as well as it charges, it also has this repair function, which I've never used myself, but I've heard good things about it. Might have just been the advertising for Noco, so of course they're going to say good things. But yeah, apparently just hook it up to the negative and the positive and set it on to repair, and it can spring back dead batteries from the dead. I'm sure there's diminishing returns with all of that, but we thought we'd give it a shot, so why not? Oh, good grief. I just took the negative off to get this attached, and this was attached to the negative. This is some sort of aftermarket thing. This was just right here. I have no idea what this is supposed to run. I didn't install it. I'm sure my dad didn't install it. We'll have to try to fix that up, I guess. I'm sure I have an eyelet to replace that. Yeesh. The problem with these style of batteries, I gotta take the nut right off this bolt just to attach any sort of accessory. It's not like the nice wing nut style posts. Come on. Actually, this Noco charger did come with alligator clamps when I first bought it, but I never had any use for them, so they went to bye-bye. Could have used them now. Honestly, they're probably somewhere. I say they went bye-bye, but my boat is full of shit. That's tomorrow. That's on tomorrow's agenda. Dump run. Okay, so we got positive here. Let's plug this bad boy in. Right over here. Seems like only yesterday I was rebuilding my tiny home on wheels in here. Wood is falling down. Whoa. All right, we got power. There we go. We finally got it onto 12 volt repair. Let's see what happens. Oh. Maybe this won't work. It's just kicking itself off. That's too bad. I have to test the charger. Maybe there's something wrong with the charger, but it just keeps kicking itself back. Even if I just put it on regular charge mode, it's just going to make the car honk. And then it turns itself off again. It'll keep trying to do the 12 volt charge, but it will not continue to try 12 volt repair. So, yeah, it just does it over and over again. Sometimes shit don't work. All right, well, in this case, I want to rule it out and see if it is my charger or if it's just an actual issue with the battery being as dead as it is. So we're going to bring this down here. Come here. I've got one of my old Trojan batteries. It's a 6 volt. I have 2 of them. This is what was Lucky's main power source for the first year and a bit of my van life. Actually, almost 2 years, I think. I can't remember exactly when I got the lead time. But, actually, don't plug that in yet. My goodness. Attach our leads to the positive and the negative. Get this handle off. These are the really simple ones. Just top loading nuts. Who doesn't like a good top loading nut? Everybody just calm down. Hi, Penny. Wanna come say hi? Hey, you see the batteries? These are Lucky's OG batteries. Don't you remember? Don't you remember? Aren't you? Better stand back in case of explosions. Oh, I know. All right, so now we'll plug this in. No, 12 volt. We want to hold this down and go to 6 volt. And they're flooded, so just leave them there. See what happens. And it switches immediately into charge mode and no problem. So it's charging this battery right now as it should. So the charger is fine. So this is another issue with my dad's battery. Hashtag sad day. All right, well, at the very least, we can replace the mystery wire for him. So at least once it is up and running, this is working again. So let's get rid of this. Snip. Let's strip some of this back. Strip. We got some exposed wire. Let's put a new eyelet on here for him. Crimp that bad boy down. Hi-ya. German spec of Gutentite. There we go. Pull test. Nice. All right, everything back where it should be. That little latch here still working. Still hard to do with one hand. There we go. Haha. Yeah, not that it needs to be done up right now because the van's not going anywhere. All right. Well, this is looking mighty thawed out. It's just looking extra ooh yucky nar. Now, did that stuff actually drain out the bottom? Water's coming out of everywhere. My gosh. Oh, right. I put vinegar in here to let it soak. Hiya. Bye-bye. So, speaking of vinegar, let's get ours. Oh, we're gonna need to buy some more of that. My goodness. Put it on the list. And some paper towel. And let's go to town. Booyah. All right, can confirm that drain on the bottom. No, you just need to take out the plug from inside just like we did, and it just comes out. But I've got it all wiped out in here. And we're gonna soak it with the good stuff. As little good stuff as we have left. And we'll give it another wipe out. And we get our EcoFlow Glacier looking nice and spiffy. And I actually think for now, I'm gonna leave it in 1 zone refrigerator mode just because I hadn't been using the freezer too much in the last little while. All right, let's get her back into the good ship. Lucky. All right, got everything out of the way. Got the cord up and out of there. There we go. Up onto the platform. Shove it. Whoop. Very graceful. Very graceful. Go. Bing bada boom, she was back in 1 zone mode. And let's see what she's set for. Shall we? Set for 4 degrees. All right, do your job. And actually, now that I'm here, maybe it's a good time to run this system. Just make sure she's all systems go. Winter is a-coming. Just waiting for the tick, tick, tick of the fuel pump. Making sure we get a little bit of hot air coming out. There's a fly in here, obviously, because the door's open. Use your Dixon hat. Got him. Just killing bugs left, right, and center in this entry of the vlog. No, another one came in. Close the damn door. Well, don't close the door because it's about to be real hot in here. Actually, if the heater does start working, I'll just turn the fans on to exhaust so it doesn't get crazy in here. Oh, fuel pump's on. You can hear it tick, 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 ticking away. And now we wait for the boom of the heater. Quality content. Quality content. Get it cranked all the way up to max. There we go. Do it, diesel heater. Hey, I just heard the rumble. Probably can't. It's probably not coming across on the phone, but it is rumbling. The diesel fuel is pumping. Don't have hot air just yet. It usually takes a minute. So we'll let that system run to make sure she's all, well, systems go. Which seems insane right now because of how much I'm perspiring, but. All right, we got nice hot air coming out of there. That is awesome, awesome. Let's turn that to out. Open the fan up. So this doesn't turn into an insane hot box. We'll let it run for, oh, I don't know, 15 minutes or so maybe. Just to give it a good, I can't remember the last time I ran it actually. Probably I was gonna say when I redesigned Lucky, but no, I ran it once after that, I'm pretty sure, because I got back to the city and it was still quite cold out. Let's open up this fan as well. Beauty of dual fans. And go. All right. Probably need to go to Silverton now. All right. Got all the lights. Wrap them up. Let's go find some nuts and bolts for the Irish Pirate Queen. Brackets back here as well. All right. Excuse me, what are you doing up here? Are you coming with me? Where are we going?
To the ART.
Well, she was missing the P, but she's not wrong about that either. But first, Silverton Building Supplies. Again? Show me the difference.
This is big. This is small.
Whoa, you hit the camera. Yeah, that's small. That's big. I don't think we need a big one.
No, don't.
Here, can you give me a drink? Can you hold on to the bolts? You? I think we just go with this guy. Yikes. This girl premium. Very cool little girl. Just at the playground in Silverton now. She was a great help at the building supply store. As were the gentlemen there, just like they were when I was doing the rebuild on Lucky. They gave me some advice on what adhesive to use and whatnot. He said there is a better one by the brand Sikaflex or whatever, but they didn't have any in stock. So the one guy that I talked to the most this past winter, it's a water fountain. Suggested just going with PL Premium. So that's what we got. And then, of course, I got talking with the other guy there about van life and his truck and his Tacoma. And he was like, oh, is that your Jeep out there? You got a van and a Jeep? Did you see my Tacoma out front? And he's got a Tepue rooftop tent. Like, you should get one of those for your Jeep. And yeah, we got to talking so much so, I forgot I had a gift card from Andrea to use. I even pulled it up on my phone before we went into the store, and I still forgot. So we still have it. But anyway, I got the nuts and bolts and all the stuff that I need to get those lights on. Fingers crossed. We're going to double check it now before we get too far away. And the little girl is running off some of her lunch. So not a bad place to do it. The smoke is, I mean, it's not crazy today, but it's definitely there. Okay, so these are 18mm bolts. And get that in there and get a nut on. It'll be tight, but it's completely doable. Well, nothing I can do about it right now. I got no tools with me. So instead, how about we send that teddy bear down the slide? What do you say?
Yeah.
Is that a good idea? All right, you grab that bear. Alright, got this all cleaned up inside. It is all nice and, well, clean and dry now. So you can get this back from whence it came. Of course, is in there. Ooh, that's the best that's ever opened. Very nice. And how's this going in here? Are we at temp yet? Oh, you betcha. Better get some stuff back in there. I think that's all that survived. Minus, of course, the eggs in the house. But we'll probably use those, so. Let's get some light brackets onto the Jeep. And actually, I use these Allen keys, might make my life, a little bit easier. Because with these, I can actually take this top bolt out and get access underneath here just a little bit easier. And lift off? I think we do. Okay, now let's figure out how big this head is. You're at least a 13. There you go, bud. Reason 5,072 to have a Leatherman in your pocket, or in this case, on your hip. Again, why am I doing this by hand? What's the matter with me? When you've got power, use power. Yeah, there, see, that was way faster. Now what we can do, we can put this guy back on and just give it a little tighten. We don't want this to move. Get over here, you bastard. There we go. All right, put the screw back in, or bolt, whatever. And then we do the other side. All right, so just like the last time I did this, we've got the factory wired positives down here. I have to just double check. Actually, you know what? It's going to be this wire I want to go into. These guys are just little wires. We're going to use the bigger wire here. Can't remember which aux switch that is, but we'll figure it out. So what I'm going to have to do is, where's my wires here? We've got positive and negative, right? So this red wire for my lights is going to get attached to this green lead here. And then the negative for my light, I'm going to have to mount it down to this negative point right there, which is exactly what I did last time with my other lights, with the amber ones that are on here. But I think what I'm going to do is probably... Yeah, no, we'll just add a new tap and smack it right down in there. All right. What I want to do first, before I get too carried away with mounting the lights to the brackets and all that, is that you better make sure that these lights still work. Actually, super easy way to do that. Let's put the lights up here. Grab our positive and our negative, and we're just gonna touch grass. Not literally, we're just gonna touch positive to positive and negative to negative. Hopefully nothing explodes. Look at that. Haha. The lights work. So now we're good to go. Let's get everything mounted the F up. All right, pretty much all wired up. Just got to heat shrink the positive here. We got some fire. We got some heat shrink. Let's get it. Now just get this all reattached and we'll fire Grace up and hopefully it should all be fine. It really, really should be. All right, we are all buttoned up. We got our negative connection back on our battery. We've got most everything over here on Lucky's hood. Thank you for your services, darling. And I still have to zip tie up all the wiring so it's nice and neat underneath here, because right now it's just kind of laying across the engine bay. Never a very professional look, but for all intents and purposes right now, just a checky check. Let's put the hood down and see if I can get these lights to work from inside Grace. Amber lights, they're working. Oh, I think they're working. Aux switch number 2. Nice. Let's wait for sundown and see what they actually look like. All right, so I was going to move on to this thing because I got the construction adhesive, right? I think I'm going to give myself one more night to just sort of mull it over in my head. At the end of the day, I think I'm just going to slap it on Lucky with that construction adhesive and throw some screws into it, call it a day, seal it all up with silicone. But super big pin in that because Dad just asked me to do him a favor. Rip back into Silverton Building Supplies. He's actually installing a new faucet in their kitchen, and the lines coming from the new faucet don't quite reach the hot and cold in lines, so that's awesome. So we got to get there before they close. So now if you yapping, and let's see if these survive the drive. They should be fine. Hello, Grace. Let's get the hell out of here. I just got bit on my tiny pinky toe by a wasp too. Okay. Tally friggin' ho. They look like little bug eyes sticking up, or like cartoon snail eyes. All right, so I got a few minutes before they close. I hope they have what Dad needs. Can't say I've ever bought any plumbing stuff from here before, so... I totally found this on my own. All right, I think we got what we need here. 2 extension pipes, hopefully that works. And he sold me, we just said, you want one? He had a bunch of them on the front. Wasp traps, or well, yellow jacket traps, but hopefully they work. The wasps are yellow and they can't read, so hopefully this works. Bastards. Grace looks like a spaceship. It's hard to kind of see it out here when it's this dark, but there it is. Let's go back inside, and it's a little easier to see what they do. The lights that we put on today, honestly, they're not the best. I guess I could adjust them a little bit, but they're not nearly as bright as I remember them being. So first of all, let's just turn everything off. Bada bing, bada boom. So here we go. Here is Grace's just headlights. Well, that's high beams on as well. So that's just Grace's headlights, right? And then Grace's high beams. Okay, let's turn that all off for a sec. Here's the lights that we installed today. That's kind of shit, if you ask me. I don't know if I can really make it any better. They're not that bright. We force it. No, I tightened them down pretty good. So we're getting a lot of light on Grace. So I'm thinking I need to just kind of adjust them up a bit, right? So that's, it's what it is. At least they're on there. They're lights that I've had forever. Where is my interior light? My goodness. So I'm glad they're on there, but I'll play with them a little bit more later. Let's wash Grace's windshield here. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. I need to get in here with a rag for sure. All right, so those are the lights that we installed today. But I've never really shown these ones off on the channel. These are the amber lights that Cam sent me. Boom. It doesn't come across on the camera. But they are way better. Let's see what happens when I have everything on. So let's turn on headlights, high beams, now hit those stupid lights we just installed. Yeah, see, there's too much on the Jeep itself. And then the ambers, Grace is all lit up. See, it does quite a bit, actually. It lights it up out there. Maybe I'm just on the wrong lens. Hang on. All right, so we'll just do it in this regular focal length. So that is Grace's high beams. And then the amber lights. Yeah, look at that. Look at all those trees up there. And here's the lights we did today. Well, I guess it lights them up as well. Not too shabby. All right. Guess that's enough farting around. The taco has risen from the ashes. Sort of, kind of. Anyway, she looks cool. I like the way she looks. It really doesn't show up that well on the camera, though. It is what it is. Anyway, it is dark. I'm in the woods, and I'm a little scared. So I'm going to leave this one here and say thank you very much for watching. And until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, you can't make everybody happy. You're not tacos.